Ladies and gentlemen, let me see here. I was tied up today, mentoring in real life, so I didn't get a chance to shoot a video. And I meant to do a live, a Q&A on Instagram, and didn't get to. So I wanted to do a Q&A or kind of like a chat and Q&A here on YouTube. I like YouTube a little better than Instagram. I don't know, Instagram feel a little different to me. Sometimes a little weird to me. So I wanted to come on here. Let's see what I need. I'm gonna start thinking more about and going into and kind of studying a little more on just different spirits, so to speak. And when I say that, you hear about a Jezebel spirit and you hear about these different types of people and personalities. And my wife was just telling me about a podcast she was listening to and how this man came in and love bombed the woman and everything was amazing, and her parents liked him because he had all the right answers, but then turned out that it was leading more towards something that wasn't going to be good for her, and she had to call off the wedding. And it got me to thinking just how so often we could get deceived by our eyes and not really being tapped in and in tune in our heart and really knowing who we are and what we want. And we can get deceived, see somebody who, like they say, everything that look good to you ain't good for you. And a lot of times we don't realize that. So I'm gonna start kind of touching on that a little more and really processing that, because of what I realize is most often a curse is wrapped as a gift. It's a lot of times that the people who look like, a blessing could be the worst thing to happen to you because you drop your guards. And so we have to be mindful of that and really have your antennas up to make sure that you really paying attention to someone's character and not just what they're saying and what they're showing. Because I realize for those of us who have all the words to say, all the mouthpiece, a lot of times we the worst ones until we renewed. Because the more eloquent you are with your words, the sneakier you could be, the more deceptive you could be. And before God renewed me, that's how I was. A nightmare packaged as a dream. And so I want y'all to be mindful of that and be thinking about that and start paying attention to the inner workings of people's spirit, even friends and family. Here we go. Now, you remember how I told y'all how the devil got into them swine on the mountain? Every time I get in here, we leave the door open too long, a gnat always find his way or something, some kind of fly or something in my office. We live in the middle of the woods, so I'll be having to deal with this here sometime. So I want you to think about that. Now, if you have a question for me, I see Tully or Tully. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. I implemented no marriage when we started dating. Now I do after giving life with Christ, and he wants to too. But I feel like it's only because I said something. How to know? You can't really know. It's no foolproof way to know what it is. But he doesn't really have a reason to lie to you. He's not scared of you. And so you see how many women getting their feelings hurt every day. A man not scared of you. He may not want to hurt your feelings, but he'll still hurt your feelings if that's not what he wants. So understand that. Like he ain't really, if he say he want to get married, then he probably do want to get married. But you can't assume that he just saying that because you said something. Um, because a man quick to hurt your feelings even when he don't want to. Why don't men who have played the game not inform his daughter of grown boy tactics to save her the hurt? Does the bro code run that deep? Well, the reason why a lot of men who played the game don't expose the game is because to expose the game, you got to expose yourself. I did a video the other day and it was supposed to be like 20 minutes and I ended up talking an hour and 10 minutes and I never posted it. I deleted the video because I gave too much game. And I was like, I ain't there yet. Like all the game that I give, it's still another 5-10%. But so we passed Similac now, but we on baby food. Sometimes a little lean meat, sometimes I give y'all some turkey, but it's some ribeye game. It's some ribeye out there. It's some of that Nigerian meat. You know how the Nigerians, a lot of their meat be cooked real tough. It's some of that right there kind of game. But I ain't even posted videos. Hour and 10 minutes. I deleted. I said, no, too much game. Too much. Everybody can't handle everything. Because just with what I do tell women be in the comments arguing, I don't agree. I do not agree. That is not what men want. That is not how men feel. That's what women be in the comments telling me. I'm like, so when was you a man? I was just curious. Just want to know, did you have your little surgery or something? Like, I was just curious how you knew more about men than me. Okay. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm wasting my breath because ain't no use of me even telling everything because ain't nobody gonna believe it. On the other day, I was talking about how if a man asks you what you bring to the table, that is the most disrespectful question. One of the most disrespectful questions, and that is a condescending, degrading question. That he is putting you on the proving seat to make you look up to him and prove yourself to him. And when I tell you it was women in the comment, I don't see nothing wrong with the question. I don't see nothing wrong with the question. I'm all right with the question because I don't have nothing to hide. It's like, ma'am, I'm not asking you what kind of tough questions can you handle. What I'm telling you is that if he asks you that, he's looking down on you. Now, what did you miss in that? We already know you can answer the question, but what I'm telling you is he looking down on you. So now, are you okay with being looked down on? And and the women I seen with that in the comments, I clicked on their picture. I clicked on their page. I said, okay. They didn't let the world get to them. You can't let the world get to you. You can't let the world get to you. If the world will get to you by your skin color, your weight, your height, your hairstyle, the world will get to you and make you feel less than because it's comparing you to everybody else. And then you will start to lose your standards and lose your way because you like, I just want somebody. I just want me somebody. Like, what you going to ask me? Whatever you want to ask me as long as you're going to be there for me. And that's how we get. Sunshine J, God bless. I got a scar on my face from my ex. That bit. When men ask me about this, I don't know if I should tell them what happened to me or lie about it. I've told some guys and they would laugh and ask, what did I do? That do kind of catch you off guard a little bit. If you tell somebody that, but I think you should tell the truth. The truth better than a lie. And it don't have nothing to do with you. It don't make you look bad. It don't make you look away. So, it's like a soldier wound. It's like, whoa, okay. You done been through some things. Now the downside about it is, see, what we fail to realize is that we are all a window. Everybody's a window. So if you lie and say, "Well, I got bit. I had a little dog and it bit me," just like playing with me, and I got too aggressive with dog and dog bit me, the man will be able to tell you lying. And so, cause we all a window, we can tell when we lying. And K Caribbean, God bless you. So it's better to just tell the truth. But the downside about telling business is that it could show some people what you're willing to put up with, what you're willing to deal with. And then they'll take you to that level because be like, oh, you done been through this. You already know what this feel like. Let me do that too. How to heal after being told by the ex-husband he never loved me. Um, Now that's one of the questions right there that y'all remember for everybody on the sound of my voice, even though this is only a handful of people out of my following. Um, the question when y'all say how to heal, how to get over, how to start over, it's all the same. It's all the same. Whether you was with somebody for 50 years, 5 years, 10 years, it's all the same. And so that's I have said that a million times, but see, really, the question, really, what it is, what you're doing is you telling your story. It's like you really don't need the answer because you know the answer. The answer is time, distance, watching the videos, reading the books, doing whatever, the work, the courses, the counseling, the therapy, the coaching. Everybody know how to heal. But a lot of times we don't want to heal because the pain becomes comforting. I remember seeing a study about the monkeys, and they had the monkey, and the monkey was a baby, and I think they had the mom with them or something, and then they removed the mom, or they put the monkey with this fake monkey, and had like spikes on it, something that would prick the monkey, but not like gouge it. And because the baby thought that was its mama, it hugged onto it even though it hurt. And it was kept going back to it even though it hurt because it saw it as this my mom, this my safe place. So even though it's hurting me, I'm gonna keep going back. And that's how it is a lot of time with our pain, is the pain almost becomes comforting. And we really don't want our problem solved because when the problem is solved, then it's no longer something that we can hold on to, something that we can, have a part of us. And so that's the thing what we have to realize. Sometimes it just all of that is the same, putting one foot in front of the other. You putting one foot in front of the other. My first time talking to a guy, he is rushing me into a relationship and don't want to wait till marriage. First time talking to a guy. And I don't really like him, but he is nice. Should I just tell him that this won't work? Absolutely. Tell him that it won't work. Never waste time. Never waste time. Never, go out your way and all of that. Two Love Jones, is your video stopping? Because she said her video was stopping. I see Two Love Jones said it might be the connection. Ride it out. Is your video stopping? Because normally when it's stopping on my end, it'll spin over here and it'll tell me your connection weak. But my Wi-Fi do be tripping. It be in and out. Let me see. George Parker, God bless you now. God bless you. I don't know if you meant. Okay. Antron say, mine is great. Okay, smooth. Okay. Okay. That's a life lesson. Hi Tony. I wanted to know what it means when a guy says you're different, but after they say that, they pretty much stop talking to me. No. Not really a question that could be answered. It really doesn't mean anything. It just, to every man who says that it could mean something different. That's not a one size fits all. That's not something that, every man gonna mean something. What y'all have to realize is sometimes men will tell you something which is really in Manglish is you're not the one, or I'm taken, or I'm emotionally unavailable. And the word that would be used could be, oh, you're mean, or you're intimidating, or you're too good for me, or you deserve better, or you're different, like what you said. Like, don't get caught up reading into everything that a man say, because sometimes we just talking, we just talking to hear ourselves talk. Dana Hall, God bless you now. Hi Tony. How and when to tell a man you're abstinent until marriage? Thank you. Now I got some long videos on that, where I'm explaining to you. And the thing about my job is I have to answer the same questions over and over and over. And now think about this now. Think about this. If you at work and somebody say, "Oh yeah, could you tell me how to attach the report to the email?" And you're like, "Okay, well, this is what you have to do. I know they changed the system around, but here's you see the little paper clip right there. You click that, and then somebody else come. Yes, could you tell me? I need to attach a report to the email. Could you tell me how to do that?" And then 10 people come do that. Now in real life, you like, what in the world? But that's my job. And so, for one, I want to apologize to those of you who have heard me answer the same question 1 million times. Because sometimes some of y'all say to me, "Tony, you didn't answer that 1 million times." So again, for that question, I appreciate you, because every day sometimes somebody coming new. But I want you to understand, you don't have to. She say, different, Tony. Been dating a while. It hasn't come up. So before making it serious, should I tell? Both Christian. No, same question. Same question. When do you tell? The question is you don't. The answer is you don't tell. You don't have to tell a man that you're abstinent until marriage, because truthfully you don't know. Like, you don't have a padlock down there. And so when you tell a man that, for one, he could just give up, because that's a part of the package. That's a part of the goal, part of the reason he pursuing you. For one, if we just be honest, he's not pursuing you for your mind. So, and then two, it doesn't give him enough time to fall in love with you. So the thing about it is men typically fall in love between 2 years and 5 years. And that leads to the question, well, Tony, how you expect the man to get engaged to us before he falls in love? Men don't marry for love. Men marry for conviction, out of conviction, not out of love. So a man gets married before he has fallen in love, on average. He gets married because he knows that is the thing to do. That's what he's supposed to do, and that's what is expected of him by God. The Bible says it is better to marry than to burn, meaning you need to get married if you cannot abstain. So some men literally get married just to get out of sin, and it has nothing to do with being in love with the woman, and it's more so because he fears. In time the word get to going, the devil get in one of these here little gnats or something. Oh, it could have been a piece of lint. Y'all forgive me. I just high strong. It could be the concussions I had playing college football. I don't know. And so you have to realize that men motives for marriage is different than for a woman. So you have to understand that when you tell a man I'm abstinent, you got typically one or two men. You got one man that is not in love with you, and he like, okay, I'm gone. You telling too? You shouldn't have told me that, because I was getting ready to fall in love while I was working for you. But now that you done said I'm absent until marriage, like, okay, I'm gone. Since you want to be bougie. And then you have the other man who he says, oh, okay, yeah, you are. Okay, we're going to see about that. and he goes into game mode. He goes into challenge mode. Now the third man, which would be the most rare, is he's abstinent until marriage too. But men typically don't do anything without bragging about it. So if we doing something, we gonna let the woman know on the first date we abstinent until marriage, because that's get us some clout. Like if for as a man we eat one vegetable. Yeah, I'm right. I'm vegan. So you know what I'm saying? Cause really like it's just what you do as a vegan. It's like vegetables, and it's like I just had some broccoli, so it's like I'm vegan, technically, and it's not for everybody. Tomorrow morning he eating bacon, but last night because he only had him some broccoli, he vegan, and so that's what you have to realize. But so if the man abstinent, you're gonna know he abstinent before you have to tell him. If he don't tell you, then he's not abstinent, and you telling him you don't know what you're gonna get, and you can't promise tomorrow you're gonna be abstinent. So what you have to do, keep your business between you and God. And if he tries you, like you say, it hasn't come up. So being that it's not coming up, he could be falling in love. And then if he try you, then you could say, I'm not ready for that. After he try you 4 or 5 times and you said, no, I'm not ready for that, he gets the picture. He get the picture. If he don't get the picture after that, then it's like you might need to go on about your business anyway, because he too thick-headed. TMR, God bless you. How to deal with a spouse who has mental issues but does not want to get help. We have 2 young boys together. When he is depressed, he is very cold and distant, even sometimes with my son. What you probably need to do, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get therapy. Because mental health is not something that a life coach addresses, because life coach, our wisdom comes from life experience. Whereas with mental health professionals like counselors and therapists, not only their life experience, but they've studied several books and gotten degrees which have human study, so that they understand the mental health things based on thousands of human study. And so even though you're not the one with the mental health issues, a therapist can help you understand the issues he's dealing with and then give you a plan of action. Because I would be in the wrong to say something not fully understanding what you're dealing with, And so, I try to always decrease my liability, because in a relationship and dealing with humans, it's always life and death. So you gotta, go to the resources. Although you hear and you may trust my message, I'm not equipped to to address mental health issues. That's on another level. Nicole Moody, God bless you. Hi, Tony. I have a different type of heartbreak. My grandmother passed away in 2019, my mom in 2020. I feel like my safety net is gone. Only 2 women I trusted. How can I build trust in other people? Nicole, God bless you. God bless you. That's also not my area either. What I would recommend is grief counseling, because grief counselors have studied the stages of grief, and they understand the different emotions that you go through, because they've studied books that have studied thousands and thousands of humans and how we grieve. I have not done that, and I have not gone through that. So again, I speak from life experience. So if it's something that I have not gone through or seen up close and personal, then I really, I really can't just throw something out of there out of ego or arrogance, trying to be a know-it-all. That's not my situation. Reality check. God bless you now. God bless you. Hi, Tony. First, thanks for all you do. Now I know a man is a man, but are there any different or additional techniques we need to know when vetting a non-black man? No, a man is a man. A man is a man. Cause a man is a man. Point blank period. A lot of times we have this thing to where we beat up on our own race, and people will say only black people do that. Like when I talked about what do you bring to the table, a lot of women said only black men do that, but ain't never dated a white man, ain't never really sat down with no white man. Cause I heard a white man who was a good guy in the grand scheme of things say the very thing. Basically, he was like, "Sure, I make the money. I got the money. I call the shots." Just in the white guy voice, like, I have the money. I call the shots over here. It's like, what you gonna do about it? I make this money. What are you gonna do? Go somewhere? Okay, bye. I'm good. I got the money. So I was like, okay, okay. And this gentleman on his second marriage. And in the first marriage, I'm thinking the man is a great, amazing guy. The first marriage, his wife used to sell him out in front of people. You pushed me down the street. And Tony, he pushed me down the street. He pushed me like I was a refrigerator. He pushed me so hard. I was like, really? Is that what happened, Becky? Her name wasn't Becky. I just used the name. But I was like, oh, okay. So you aggressor. So you put hands on women? I thought y'all white men was what y'all call it? Creme de creme de la creme. But you just like the rest of us. So listen, I try to tell y'all, men don't change for race. It just may operate a little differently. May have to get to know you a little better before they show you their true colors. Roxy, God bless you now. Angel, why would a man refuse a paternity test if he says he is not the father? Wouldn't he take it to prove he wasn't? Well, because he know he probably is. If he done slept with it, then he know it's a good possibility he is. And so he just, if he take the test, that removes all doubt. But just saying that, it keeps some doubt in the air with the hopes you might not try to put him on child support. Now y'all see how I could dress the action of a man. Just because I'm a man, I understand the mindset of a man. Now there are exceptions to the rule, so you got to take everything with a grain of salt. You can't take everything as law, because it could be different. But that's where your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discretion comes in, knowing your situation. So if you know you only gave me this much information, and I answer the question off this much information, but you know it's this much information, then you know you can't take the answer 100%, because I didn't have all the information. I broke up with my boyfriend because of communication preferences, like text versus call. Was that a mistake? No, that wasn't a mistake. That wasn't a mistake, because that's a big thing. Communication, this is my quote now. Somebody gonna steal it. And let me tell y'all, when I told y'all, you teach people how to treat you by what you stop, what you allow, and what you reinforce, or by what you allow, what you stop. I can't remember the order of it, because when I tweet my quotes, when I used to tweet my quotes, I tweet them in the moment. I literally would write it in 30 seconds. And the next time I write it, it would be a little different, because it just came off the top of the dome. Dr. Phil producers stole my quote. So now people telling me, oh, a lady wrote in the comment, Dr. Phil coined that. No, Dr. Phil didn't. Because I worked 5 years in the group home to come up with that quote and to word it like that. Dr. Phil ain't come up with that. Better get that straight now. So listen, I got a quote that says, communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life. Without it, it dies. Communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life. Without it, it dies. So you have to understand that if you don't have good communication in your relationship is dead. So you might as well leave if y'all can't talk to each other in some kind of way. Even if he can't fully articulate the way you can, he need to at least be able to bump them gums in Morse code to get his message to you. Brittany, God bless you. Been with a guy 10 years, no kids. Worked through past issues, no cheating. Stop having God, but he's unwilling to wait until he's happy to get married, or he'll leave, but we aren't ready for that. Well, sis, I tell you what. Now you kind of lost me in that message right there because you say he unwilling to wait till marriage for but he's happy to get married. So if he happy to get married, then y'all go get married tomorrow. But here's the thing is, you done been with the guy 10 years. Now, unless y'all start dating at 13, then y'all supposed to already be married. So if you done been with somebody 10 years, come on now. Come on, I think that about to ran this course now. That about to ran this course, sister. So you got some thinking to do on that one now. Alicia A. God bless you. Hello, TG. How do I know the program to sell online with Shopify, etc.? Best program / value with small initial investment and current info. Thought about combing reviews on Udemy. Severe cognitive issue with little time and capacity. I wouldn't use Shopify if you want to sell stuff online. I would use Teespring. And because when you go through Teespring, they got literally almost every product you could think of. And all you got to do is go to like Fiverr, FIVERR.com, and get your designs made. So go to my TonyGaskinStore.com and you'll see what I mean. When you order a shirt from TonyGaskinStore.com, Teespring prints the shirt and ships it to you. So I don't have to touch anything. I just got to send people there. And you could get pillows, for those of y'all, pillows. You could get pillows. You could get leggings. You can get bucket hats, t-shirts, hoodies, canvases. You could sell digital products. All right there on Teespring. They done upgraded. They done rebranded. Teespring shirts used to be so terrible. I say, this is bad brand alignment for YouTube. How y'all got us aligned with Teespring and these shirts is garbage. But now they done upgraded their material. I ordered some samples. Them things good quality, good material. So go to Teespring. And you might be in the Blessed Business Tribe. That's information I give in the Blessed Business Tribe now over time. This is the Blessed Tribe. You got the Blessed Tribe and you got the Blessed Business Tribe. That's the Blessed Business Tribe is all videos on business. I try to do at least one a week. Rose Gold, God bless you. How do you apologize, get forgiveness from a man when he upset with you over a small misunderstanding? He blocked me and won't respond to my apology yet. Stop apologizing. You done already apologized. Don't chase a man. You got to ignore, redirect, and then reinforce. Learned that in the group home. So you ignore attention-seeking behavior. You didn't apologize. That's all you could do. You keep chasing, apologize. All he doing is weakening you to get you all the way desperate. And then he gonna take you back and treat you like dirt because you done broke yourself all the way down. It's a little misunderstanding. You didn't say for sleeping with his best friend. You didn't say for cheating on him, period. You said for a little misunderstanding. So you got to understand, a little misunderstanding, all you need is, hey, I'm sorry about what happened. I apologize for that. If you don't want to, go on about your business. Go on about your business. LaSonia, God bless you now. God bless you. God bless you. Should it be a big deal that a guy talks to you on the phone? At my age, I understand guys really don't like talking on the phone, so I really don't press the issue. It should be a big deal because that's communication. So if y'all not gonna be in person, then you have to be on the phone. So that is, you have to have communication. Communication to a relationship is like oxygen to life. So you have to communicate, and I'm gonna tell you, a man don't mind being on the phone with a woman he won't. With a woman he won't, he'll have all kind of radiation to that head. If a woman he want, a man to be on the phone with this here computer. Yeah, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Who, me? Am I tired? Oh no, I mean it's big, but child, I'm built different. I'm built different over here. What you thought this was? Who you thought you were talking to? The man on the podcast is sitting in the dark with the thing spinning on the desk? No, sister. No, you got a real man over here. Yeah, I know my phone big, but it just, hey, it is what it is. I'm built different. If he wants you, he'll sit on that phone all day long. When he don't want you, any excuse will do. When he don't want you, any excuse will do. And that's what you have to realize and understand. He'll give you any. Oh, see the way I'm ill, see with me, I'm from the street. And see, because I'm from the street, see, I see you used to church boy. See, I'm from the street. See, we had trap phone, we had track phone, we had all it right here. We had burners. See, we don't talk on the phone. See, so when you dealing with a real street man like me, we don't talk on the phone. Now that's his excuse. Let a woman call him that he want to deal with. He wearing that phone out. You hear me? So listen to me. So understand that. And this is one thing. This go across the board. A man who wants you, you gonna know it. How do you feel about partner having about celebrity crushes? Is this a red flag? Partner likes twerk video on female celebrity rappers. Y'all really get intricate with these questions, man. I know the good book say the small fox spoil the vine, but y'all really get intricate on these questions. Yeah, Tony, I want to ask you. My partner like to cut the crust off his bread when he make peanut butter and jelly. What does that say about him? But sis, that's actually a good question because social media is very real. But let me help you understand. What you got is you're a nasty man. You got your nasty man. And so this is the thing. All of us will look at that twerk video and see that twerk video and look at that. And then for those of us who born again, we repent. We gonna repent. Lord forgive me. Me, I'm gonna go to the three dots in the top corner of the post and click on the three dots, and then it pop up with some options, and you could click see fewer posts like this. Y'all try that if you don't believe me. That's how you know I really do this. I live what I preach to the best of my ability. So I click on there. Now, I done got me an eye full. But after I give me that eye full, Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. I go right on there. And see, this is why I'm expressing this to you so that you know and understand that every man is tempted. Every man struggles and deal with lust. And a lot of times, holier than thou women come, oh, a real man not going to do that. A real man is not going to do that. If he got eyes, Ray Charles could not see. And he could tell what they look like from that wrist. You remember the movie Ray? He grabbed that wrist. Ooh, you want to come to the room? Okay. Can you come to the room? He went to trying to open an eye just to see if the Lord hadn't gave him his sight back. But so listen, this is what you got to understand. Every man is going to see something and have to he either going to indulge in the lust or he going to catch himself, repent for that lust, and create some boundaries, some safe proof. Like when I clicked on that three dots at the top right and hit see fewer posts. But then, let me tell you, a man who take and he like the video, he hit the heart on there, he nasty. He nasty. Because he done went too far. Because he could have just looked at the post. But he want to send a message. Ugh. And he going to hit the like. He's sending a message either to the woman who posted it, if it's her actual page, or he's sending a message to you as his woman to let you know that you're not the only one that got his attention. And he know you're going to see that because he know you nosy and that you play Blues Clues. So he leave little clues for you to find because he know you playing Blues Clues, Sherlock Holmes. So he gonna leave a little breadcrumb so you can find it. And what it do is it play on your psyche. So you start to question yourself. So now you up there in the mirror trying to twerk. You trying to learn how to twerk and throw your back out. because he keep liking twerking videos. So now you walking around cooking in a thong and you trying to twerk, and it's all because of that programming he done did on you. Let me get you insecure. Let me get you insecure. Get you to work a little harder. Are there levels to texting and calling for men? What if he don't call you every day but still text? Is that good communication, or should we be on the phone every day in the dating stage? God bless you. You should be on the phone every day in the dating stage. You should be on you should be on the phone every day in the dating stage. And now I'm gonna say this again. Some of y'all computer froze. Okay, some of y'all phone froze. Listen. If a man like you, he's going to get on your nerves. If a man like you finna be like, oh goodness, will you start calling me? Oh my goodness, this man calling me like, he done called me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He chewing on the phone. Like, listen, when a man like you going to know it. A man who like you not gonna take a day off from getting on the phone with you. And truthfully, when a man like you, he wants to FaceTime you so he could look you in your face. When a man like you, you hear me? He want to FaceTime you. Let me grab a question. Nurse 52, look 40. 52, look 40. And see you with a good eye. All right, sis come here confident now. Sis say, I look 40. Sis say, don't tell me no different. I ain't arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. He is low income. I helped him so many times. My dad died. I missed 3 months work. He left 2 weeks ago. Found your page the day he left. YouTube, listening to your phone calls, listening to what you saying on your phone, and serve you up my video. Bless your sister. The good thing about it is you got rid of them. That's a good thing. And I'm gonna tell you something that you need to learn right now at 52 years old. Don't ever in your life give a man money. Don't ever in your life give a man money. And I know I used to be the beneficiary of a woman money, but I'm here to tell you that's a mistake. That's the worst thing you could do as a woman is give a man money. That's like giving a child candy instead of baby food. Giving a baby candy. You hand the baby, a Twix to suck the chocolate off of it instead of putting the smashed up carrots in their mouth. That's like when you start feeding your dog table food and it got that seasoning on it. Your dog don't even want that. You put the dog food out. Dog looking at you like you crazy, and literally will starve until you get that dog some more table food. That's how it is when you give a man money. He is there for the money. He gonna be there for the money. Men built to hunt. Men built to go grind. Men built to go get it. If he don't work, he don't eat. Let him starve. Oh, I'm doing bad. Okay, McDonald's is hiring. McDonald's hiring. And if they won't hire you, get you a cup and stand on the side of the road with a cup and a sign that say you'll work. And if I'm going to a construction site, I'm finna pull by there. I'm going to the orange grove to pluck oranges. I'm pulling by there. Hey, hop on. Hop in the back of the truck. We going out here to the field. Come on. You say you want to work? Come on. I ain't gonna give you number $20, but hey, this all you got. A man gonna go get it. So don't ever give no man money, because for one, he don't need the money because there's too many ways to make money. There's too many ways to make money. All right. Hey, TG, how to build a website. If you go on GoDaddy, or Bluehost, and you buy your domain. So let's say you buy yourname.com. Right after you buy that, GoDaddy gonna pop up, use our website builder. And they have a website builder that you click that and then you choose your industry. So if you're a life coach, if you got a store, massage therapists. You got all the industries you could choose from, and it got templates. And then you just click on the template that you want, and it's gonna bring it up. And then when you click on that template, every picture that you want to change, you click that picture, and it's gonna have the little edit, the pencil. You click that pencil, and it's gonna open up your documents where you can upload a picture in place of that picture. Every word you want to change, you click on that word, and then you can replace it with the word you want there. But they make them so nicely that you can leave it how it is. If you choose the right industry, if they got your industry, even the words they got on there fit your industry. So technology is so serious today, you don't even have to have a web designer. You literally, I don't have training in that, and I built a lot of my websites. My sister owned a group home that I put her into through my one of my partners who have group homes, showed her how to open a group home. I built my sister group home website. I got clients who authors and speakers. I built their website. Give them $500. Cause they just ain't want to do it. Give them $500. Hey, I don't turn down nothing. Somebody on here hating while deleting people. No, those moderators. The moderators, they delete everything that's not a question. Because when in the Q&A, it's only supposed to be questions for the first hour and 15 minutes, just questions. So when you all the extra commentary, they delete that so that I could just identify the questions a lot easier. And so yeah, that and I keep seeing Share H. Now Share H, that's one of my moderators because I kept seeing her name all the time. So her and the other moderators are people who I just kept seeing their name all the time. But Share, she'll swing on you. So sometimes I used to see Share in the comments cussing somebody out. Like me and her grew up together. I don't think I've ever met Share in real life, but when I tell you she will cuss somebody out for me, and I don't say everything I say is not right. So I say a lot of bad, ignorant stuff because I'm talking just from my heart. I don't have a script. So every human, if you talking an hour, 2 hours, you're gonna say something that you wish you could take back. And Share still done been here. The moderators, they done been here with me through all of the mishaps I done had. But one thing about Share, as much as I talk about the Lord, Share will cuss you out. I be on here preaching about the Lord now, but Share will cuss you out. You hear me? Share, don't cuss nobody out now. Don't cuss nobody out. Share, we working on Share and that cussing. But what would I tell you? She used to go in. She done got better. So I realized the videos I'm doing is actually helping Share because she done got better. Because when I tell you she used to, she'll fillet you quick. So she just deleting stuff that's not a question. So y'all understand that. And I missed somebody thing here. Want to make YouTube videos sharing red flags and dating experience to help women. How do I balance this if I'm still single? If you say don't let men know your past. Well, that's something totally different. If you want to be a public figure, if you want to be a voice, then it's okay for a man to know your past. Because for one, you know the game too. So he see that, okay, you got a past, but you've learned. And you've learned to the point that now you teaching. And so, they're going to get that. And go on Tony Gass's Academy, TonyGass'sAcademy.com, and you'll see the YouTube for Beginners course. I think I missed somebody. Reality Check, God bless you. That's who I missed right there. Okay, I got the nurse. Ashleen, bless you. I have an issue with men saying I'm intimidating, but I can't ever get an answer as to why. Any insight would help. Well, I'll tell you, sis, that's a hard question. Because again, it's just man speak. It don't really mean anything, It don't really mean anything. Like, men really are not technically intimidated by a woman because you really only intimidated by somebody that could whoop you. And so if he don't feel like you could put hands on him, he not technically intimidated by you. So what it really means is that you have a no nonsense type of vibe. Because see, some women when they meet a man, they so flirtatious. They so you're so hilarious. Oh, and they rub down his shoulder. You're so hilarious. And they do stuff like that. So they're so frisky and so fresh that the man is not intimidated, and we using that word, but he don't really mean it what the definition mean. He just saying that your vibe is like business. It's like, hey, how are you? Okay, great. All right, everything going good. Okay, yeah. But you don't give no vibe that invites him in to lean in for a kiss on the first date. You kind of got a stoic demeanor that is about business. I want to talk to you. We can have a good conversation, but I'm not finna be putting my hand on your thigh. I'm not finna be laying my head on your shoulder. I'm not finna be kiki and slap you on the chest. And that's what some women do. They be too fresh and frisky. And so when you not like that, a man may say, oh, you kind of intimidating. And it just mean you got a wall up, you got a little guard up the way I just can't grope on you on the first day. So that's actually a compliment when a man tell you a little intimidating. Rashida, God bless you now. Thank you, brother, for giving the resources. I've invested in Betterment and been using MailChimp. I appreciate you, Rashida from Cleveland. Hey, God bless you, Rashida. Hey, Rashida, don't give all our little secrets out now from the Blessed Business Tribe. Rashida must be in the Blessed Business Tribe. I'll be sharing business over there. Next stop with Bria. God bless her. Hi, Tony. I've gotten her at work to the point that I've started wearing a fake engagement ring. It helped some, but is that enough to stay or continue to apply to jobs? I'm drained. Sis, don't get weary in well doing. And now, if the harassment is, like traumatizing, then you got to find the courage to go to HR. And if you don't want to go in there personally, just send them an anonymous tip. Like with the Me Too movement, it has created more of a safety space for women. It also is going to be some people who, going to tell them a lie if they get mad. But for the most part, a woman ain't got no reason to lie on a man. So they're going to take it seriously when you write in, hi, I just want to let you know John Doe has, groped me and I would like to remain anonymous, but I would please like someone to look into this or, what have you. Now, sometimes they may say we need proof because they don't know if he, slept with your sister and you mad and trying to get him fired. But you just have to kind of put up your boundaries in a way. The engagement ring, if that's what helped you, that's what helped you. You got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, you also could be throwing your husband off. So you typically got to go through 9 toes before you meet Prince Charming. So, understand that. It's like you win some, you lose some. But Ashleen, God bless you now. I see Lynette. My husband has done it all and I stood by him. Now we have not lived together for 1 year. I filed to lawyers, filed myself. Police haven't served him. He won't sign them. Then he calls daily. Why? Why won't he divorce? I really don't understand. I get that question a lot. I really don't understand that though. Why a man dog a woman out and just be nasty and do everything wrong and then don't want no divorce. I mean, I could get it if he got money he don't want to lose or he got assets he doesn't want to split. That's the only thing. The other logical reason is he just really doesn't want you to be free. He wants you to stay stuck because as long as you married on paper, he knows you can't marry someone else. But he knows that he doesn't have a conviction to not sleep with another woman. He don't care about sleeping with another woman because he doesn't care about adultery, obviously, because he did everything while he was living with you. So But what he knows about a woman is most women not going to be able to pick themselves up and leave until they have closure. Women are so big on closure that if that marriage still open, meaning you haven't gotten divorced, you pretty much gonna stay stuck. You're gonna be planted there. So what you got to do is look into them laws that allows you to circumvent him not signing the paper, so you could go on about your business regardless of whether he want to sign them or not. Elaine P, God bless you. I'm attracted to a guy who lives in Ohio and I'm in North Carolina. Would it be desperate of me to add him on Facebook? Well, I'm kind of curious how you attracted to him if he not already on your Facebook. Like where you seen this attraction at? You know, you seen him on Instagram, like, and I mean, a Facebook ad, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's not. It's not the worst thing you could do. If you ask somebody on Facebook, it does. Men, we read into stuff. So yes, he may read into it and say, "Oh, okay, she feeling me. She trying to get connected." He may read into it, but if you don't message him, then it's like, oh, okay, maybe she's just friendly. Maybe she thought she knew me. And if he interested in you, then he'll go ahead and initiate the conversation. So I would say if you're gonna add him on Facebook, that's the most you should do. But don't add him and then DM him that you got your eye on him. Tasha the mentor, God bless you. Blessing, 7-year history and just did 3-year bid with him. Now, when you say bid, now for me that means prison time. So I'm thinking you talking about a relationship bid, but correct me if I'm wrong. If you really went to prison for him now, free now and wants to work on himself. Okay, 7-year history. Just did 3-year bid with him. He went to do 3 years up the road. Free now and wants to work on himself and be friends. I'm hurt but healing. Should I wait more or move on? He's very ungrateful and selfish. Both 38. Well, sister, I mean, you answered your question. You know, inside of every problem are seeds to the solution. So you can't be dealing with the jailbird while the cage bird singing, who done got out and got out and smelling fresh out and got the nerve to be ungrateful and selfish. So to get out, for a man to be locked down 3 years and get out and be bitter, it made me question what was going on with him in behind them bars. You see what I'm saying? If behind them bars it was something else going on in there, because I don't understand getting out and being ungrateful and selfish. And then you got 7 years history with him. You know, he ought to be happy to see you. But see, listen, you got to go and cut that so that you have you, because you can't mentor if you in a situationship. If you're in a little toxic situationship now, because you want to be able to break free from that, see what that release feel like so that you could teach on that. Tina, my child's father lost his job and wants to move into my apartment until he gets on his feet. I know you said don't give men money. Thoughts? Do he got a mama? You know, do he got a mama? Do he got a homeboy? He got a grandma, a auntie. Like, if y'all not together, then he blocking your blessings. Because he'll come live with you. If he don't live with you, that means that's not your man. That's your child father. He lost his job. Guess what? It's another job hiring. It's so many people who done quit their job and started them a business in the pandy. So it's jobs out here desperate for work. So he literally could get hired the next day. He looking for him somewhere to live rent free. And holler about he putting in applications, and then he mess around and get hired, and now you can't get him out because he done gave you a little bit of money toward it, and he know you ain't bold enough to kick him out. So when destiny separates you, don't try to reverse destiny. If destiny separates you, let him go live with his grandma, with his auntie, with his mama, with his homeboy. You know, let him. He ought to have a savings. You had a job, okay? Get your little room and house. You know, let him stay where he's staying. He got an apartment. Let him stay where he's staying. and try to see if they got the moratorium or whatever it is where you can't get evicted. You know, give them some resource, send them an article. Here go a foundation in our city that help people who done lost their job due to this here 19, and they'll pay your rent. It's foundations that do that. So give them a resource versus letting him come back into your place because you not with him. You could go out the house tomorrow and meet your husband. You meet your husband at the gas station. Y'all start talking. You can't even have no good conversation with your new man because your baby daddy in there. You talking to him in front of my kid. See, that's what I don't like. And here you is, done met your husband. You trying to build, and your baby daddy in there blocking your blessings. But then he will go out of the house faking like this his house, this his apartment, faking like he putting in application, but he had another woman apartment on her day off with her spending all day with her, wearing her out, and she think he got somewhere to stay, think he got his own place, he living in your place. You know how I know that? Because I've seen it happen a million times. So listen, the one thing we got to do for men, and this is why I go the way I go, how hard I go, because I'm hard on myself like this. When I'm flat broke, when I'm on my face, thing in the dirt, I had to do what I had to do. I went through seasons where I had to sell everything I got. I had to let cars get repossessed. I had to do what I had to do. And if I had to go back to square one, I'm finna go back to square one and I'm gonna get it. But I'm not finna ask my wife, hey, can you take care of me? I'm not going to my mama or my daddy. Can you take care of me? Can I borrow something? No, I'm finna get it. I'm finna get it however I got to get it now. I'm finna get it. And I got to where I would get it without doing something illegal. Last time I did something illegal, I was 23 years old. So listen, it's too much out here for a man to do. When I wanted to get out them streets, I had to work at a group home for $8.50 an hour. But that $8.50 an hour pushed me to write my first book, to pitch myself to colleges to be a speaker, to pitch myself to Oprah every day, to pitch myself to Tyra Banks every day, CNN every day, until I got on Oprah, I got on Tyra, I got on 700 Club. While I got on them globally televised shows, when I was making $9.50 an hour, I got bumped up from $8.50 to $9.50 after I got my training. I was making $9.50 an hour when I went on Oprah to tell my story. So this is what I understand about being a man. If you take and you put a mattress under a man, but when he about to hit rock bottom, he'll never learn, he'll never grow. You got to let that coccyx hit that rock. Ugh! He gonna have a herniated disc and a pent sciatic nerve, but it's gonna teach him how to walk. He gonna learn how to strengthen his backbone, and he gonna get out here and figure out how to get it. But if y'all keep saving men the way of the world, this world ain't gonna never change. Men got to learn how to get up and go hunt. And that's what the Bible was talking to men when it was talking, when it say, study the ant. Because the ant don't sleep. It say if you fold your arms, too much folding of the arms and slumbering will lead to poverty. It say if you don't work, you don't eat. So listen, that's what the government for, to save somebody. The government got food stamps, got WIC, got unemployment checks. That's what they got all that for. But as a woman, you can't save no man. That's why we got so many mama's boys, because mama and grandma always bailing him out of jail. He keep going doing the same thing and they gonna bail him out. They gonna pay the bills bombing. They gonna pay his lawyer. And then he come right back out and he hitting licks again because he know his mama or his grandma or his girl gonna get him out of trouble. You got to let his face hit that asphalt. Let that nose get skint up. Let that lip get bust. Let that whole face get rubbed across that asphalt. And he gonna get up and learn how to be a better man. He gonna learn how to walk straight without falling and tripping over his shoestring every day. So listen, y'all stop being this man pillar and let him hit rock bottom so he could learn from his choices. Because a lot of men talking about they got fired from their job, and it really because they attitude. Ain't nobody firing nobody right now. Everybody looking for work because everybody was scamming off the unemployment checks. Everybody in the mall every week in Louis Vuitton. To the unemployment checks, I ain't never seen the designer stores wrapped around the corner in a Pan D. But we in the Pan D, and designer stores had more business than they ever had because everybody scamming SBA, PPP, and the unemployment. But then they can't get it. No. So listen, it's plenty of jobs out here. And this is a State of the Union address to where we have to let men learn how to be men. And as a man, what it means to be a man, it means you accept 100% responsibility for your life. And you stop leaning and depending on people. You depend on God and let God work it out. Montrese, God bless you. Hi, we have been married since we were 22, now 31. He isn't mature, gives me the silent treatment. In divorce process, will he mature or should I go? Well, you're in the divorce process. This way you're going to learn. If it's a chance for him to mature, this way he going to mature at. If he don't mature in this here process, if he's still being nasty in this process, then you know he's not going to mature for you. Now, see, what you got to understand when you get with a man 22 or whatever you said, he could have been so young he didn't know what he wanted and he was just going through the motions. So he went through the motions and then he got with you, and then he got older, he got wiser, and he realized y'all not a fit. And so he sabotaged the relationship. So that's what you got to realize. Hi, Tony. Thank you for your video today on being ready for the test. How do you forgive yourself for past mistakes in relationships when you didn't keep your standards and gave into the pressure? You just forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. You know, it's not a ritual that you could do. You don't need no sage, and you don't need to light no candles. You just say, listen, I didn't know any better. I ain't know any better. Now I know better, so now I could do better. Point blank period. You know, don't sit and lick your wounds too much. Kiana, God bless you. You know, a lot of times we sit and we feel sorry for ourselves. It's like it is what it is. You know, it happened. Y'all ain't got nothing on my mouth. This a gray hair right there. I talk so much that the gray hairs coming right here on the side of my beard, with my wisdom coming in right by my mouth. So y'all got to forgive me. What should a single mother require out of my 18-year-old son? Responsibility. Don't take care of him. Don't be giving him money. Let him go work. If he got to go work at Wendy's, let him go out there and work at Wendy's. Let him work, and you be real with him. If you put a roof over his head, he could stay with you, but make sure he got a job and make sure he living and doing the right thing. Ain't no smoking in my house. Ain't no drinking in my house. Ain't no cursing in my house. You get on your video game, but you got to go to work. You got to go to work, and you got to bring your check in here. You got to bring your check in here. I'll let you keep majority of your check, but I'm going to need a little piece of that check just to teach you about paying bills. You got to learn what it feels like to have to come off some of that money that you done worked hard for. So you take a little chunk of it. You know, take a little chunk of that money. And you just teach him life responsibility. If he doing something where he can't work, like he a college athlete or something, then they going to have, you know, money for him. They going to have 3 hots in a cot. What do you think about this whole men being the prize movement? Guy wanted me to meet him halfway for a date. 1.5 hour drive. Well, you know, being a prize, that's subjective. You know, it's subjective, and it's all relative. The thing is, you know, meet him halfway. It really depends on how you see that. You know, what I think would be really him thinking he the prize if he tells you to come to him, come the whole way to him. Now, what some men trying to do is they're trying to see what woman is real and what woman is a gold digger. You know, they trying to, because here's what people don't understand about the mind is everything we hear, it briefly affects our mind. And so when we hear, like if I hear a rap song and it say, I got your girlfriend and you don't even know it. If I hear that, I'm looking at my wife. She could be talking to Drake right now in the DM. I wouldn't even know. Cause it sounds like he bragging about dealing with somebody. Why? Literally, my mind go, and being a mature man. This is why I try to dispel this myth that women think that just because a man is a real man and a mature man, that he's not gonna have immature thoughts, irresponsible thoughts. No, as long as a man is breathing, he gonna be human. And humans gonna do stuff that's ignorant at times. But so this is the thing. Because of what men are hearing, they really getting scared, thinking that, so it's inducing fear, and he thinking I'm gonna get played. He thinking I'm dealing with a savage woman who is smarter than me and she knows more than me, and she finna run me through, rake me over the coals. So that's all it is. So sometimes it's like, as a woman, you got to ask yourself, what can you give without losing your femininity? What can you give that also is foolproof for you? Because you meeting him halfway, that means you meet him in a neutral city to where he can't follow you home. He don't know where you live at. He don't know your actual city, your actual address. So you gotta sometimes look at it and see where the protection in it could be, and kind of think of it like that. Now, if he just all out trying you like a baser, then that's when you know a baser, baser. It's like a drug addict. For those of y'all who not familiar with the term, it's an old school term. Montrese, God bless you. We have 3 kids. He thinks that when we divorce, he will still be able to stay in the home. He isn't consistent with providing. Well, listen, he might be able to stay in the home unless you going to get a judgment that he got to move out from the judge, or unless you gonna move out, if he's not gonna leave. So, that might be a conversation you need to have with him. But that mind boggling to me how a man could not want you or not want to do right to keep you happy, but then want to live up under you. Like, that just go to show you. That's gonna go to show you how we as men, how we could be, to where we just want 3 hots in a cot. We just want somewhere to lay our head, and he'll go outside and do his thing. It like like the dog go out and stray into the neighborhood, touch him a little something, but he know where to come lay his head at. And that's how some guys are. I really don't understand the mindset, but I try to wrap my head around it, but I can't really understand the mindset. But I'm hearing that often. Brittany, God bless you. Relationship long term, calls me out of my name when mad. He's dependable and always has my back. Not in love anymore, but still love him. Worth saving? Nope, ain't worth saving. As a woman, you got to be in love, because a woman is created for love. The woman's sole purpose when God created a woman, it wasn't to build a Fortune 500 company or become a CEO. That's what the world forced women into. When you look at even just the natural biology of a woman, it's not conducive to having a job, because you bleed 5 to 7 days a month, and then you get pregnant and you carry a whole human for 9 months. Just your biology is not even conducive to having to go hustle and grind because of what your body naturally goes through. And so even with menopause, like, think about this. Like, women go through things, transitions in life with hormones that is not conducive to a workplace. But the world has said, hey, women, go work and get out here and get it, because you can't depend on no man. because men are not dependable. Men gonna, a lot of men using and abusing and cheating and mistreating. So a lot of women have said, listen, in the days of old, we could depend on our man to protect and provide, but today it's a lot of men that's squandering over a woman. So women getting on their grind and they putting their mind to it. But I have had 6-figure and 7-figure women come to me and say, Tony, I'm tired. Literally, women have said to me, Tony, I'm tired. I'm not built to hustle and grind. Yes, I make $250,000 a year, but I'm tired. I want a man that I could be with, that I could build with, that I could have kids and I could sit down for 2 or 3 years and be a mom. Like I done had countless women tell me that, and they just speaking like to my wife. I work and I pay the bills, and it was times to where she would go through and she'll be like, man, I know I should have been a doctor. I feel like I should have been a doctor. I should have not let go of my dreams. And I'm like, baby, let's do it. Let's go. Like, hey, take your MCAT again, apply to med school. Anywhere you get in, if you get in the Dominican Republic, we there. I work from a laptop. I work from a cell phone. We could live in the Dominican Republic if that's the only med school you get into. And then when I tell her that, and she weighs being a mom and being able to go to the school at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., watch her play with going and working 40 to 60 hours a week, she choose being a mom. When she could do any kind of business in the world right now, that we can invest in any business she want to start in the world, she chooses to be full-time a mom. And I ask her all the time, I say, baby, why you don't start like no online boutique? Why you don't start no skincare? Why you don't start no clothing line? Why you don't do this, do that? Because, you got your little support group on Instagram and you like this, you like that. And she said, and she always say, she said, because business isn't going anywhere, but my kid's going somewhere. And if I go hustle and grind when I don't have to, she said it's different if I had to go hustle and grind, if I had to go build a business. But if I have the choice, because you earn enough doing what you do to pay the bills, what's the sense in me going to work? Because you got to be gone sometimes. You here, you there, you doing this. If I'm hustling and grinding just as hard as you are because I got to build a business, then I'm losing time with the kids. So if both of us hustling and grinding, who the kids got? Who do the kids have full time? And that's what she say to me. And I say, you know what? Hey, that's your call. That's your call. She said, but when they go to college, I probably will just have all this time out the day. I won't know what to do with myself. Then that's when I pursue my business ventures. And because she had children young, 12 more years, my wife will be 47. 47, that's a prime, ripe age to be going in entrepreneurship. Hey, y'all got to forgive me now. Some of these questions I'll be riding now. So y'all got to forgive me. Y'all popping up these questions now. So what I was saying, you got to go. If a man call you out your name and you're not in love with him, my whole point of that whole spiel was a woman is made for love. A woman is wired for love. A woman is created for love. So if the woman is not in love, the relationship is dead. See, men, we not created and wired for love. We have to learn how to love. For women, love is it's like innate because a woman gives birth. So the ability to love instantaneously is biological in a woman. For a man, we have to literally tell our minds, drop your guard, open your heart, and allow love in. And women have to do the same too after they done been hurt. But before a woman has been hurt, she all for the love. She all with it. And men may be that way as little boys, but then the world conditions a man on top of his natural programming and wiring. I'm gonna call you Dadu, cause I don't want to say, can't be calling nobody daddy old now. Building with a woman for a while. Oh yeah, this a man. Like, nah, come on now. Don't be having me calling you daddy old now. Come on now. I don't got to call you dadu. Okay. Building with a woman for a while. I know she has my best interest. I decided to entertain new woman. I've been honest to both. 22-year-old man feels wrong. Yeah, you wrong. Yeah, you wrong. You definitely wrong now. And you live by, you die by. You make your choices. And see, the one thing you don't want to do is take a woman who perfectly fine, who perfectly good for you, and get greedy and go dealing with entertaining a new woman when the woman you with has your best interest. Now, from what you're gonna learn from these Q&As is that women are very forgiving. And so if you realize you made a mistake by talking to this new woman who is not better or than the woman you already had who got your best interest, then you could try to right that wrong and try to correct that and try to rebuild trust. And if she ain't having it, if she gonna put you in a prison of your past mistake, then just gonna let the relationship go. If she not gonna let you out that prison of that stupid choice, but you might be able to rewire it. And I can't say that because you talk to a new woman that the woman you with is not the one, because that's not. I know how men are and how we just could get greedy and cheat on a good woman that we have feelings for, that we respect. It, as crazy as that sound, it just is men. We got to figure that out mentally and understand where that blockage is. Gutiana, God bless you. Hi Tony, thank you for your videos. My cheating baby daddy owns a business with the lady. He's silent treatment for 1 month. Ron, how to tell him to break up? You ain't gotta tell him to break up, sis. He already broke up with you. Y'all already done. For one, he cheated on you. Two, he owned a business with the lady he cheated on you with. He done gave you the silent treatment for 1 month. That's your closure. That's your closure. That's your answer. That's everything, sis. That's already gone. That's it. Don't even sit there and waste no more of your time pondering on that now. Go on about your business. I'm working on my character, but I get easily triggered by family. Feel like a hypocrite. When you get triggered, think before you speak, and then do the opposite of what you normally would do, and that's how you develop new brain patterns, emotional intelligence. What do you think about moving cities to have a better chance of meeting men? Most men in my city are married or too young. If you live in a little old, hokey poke city, then it makes sense to move. Especially if that other city you move to gonna have other opportunity for you, better jobs, more job options, more living options. Like my hometown where I'm from, the level of soccer that my sons play on, they don't have that in my hometown. So I technically, if I want my sons to have a decent shot at their goal of playing pro soccer or getting a full scholarship to a D1 school or some type of athletic scholarship, even if it's partial to a D1 school, then I got to live in a city that has the highest level of youth soccer that's available. So I had to move or not move back home for that opportunity. And so sometimes, I wouldn't just move solely for meeting a man, because there are men in your city. You just might need to get on a billboard. You might need to get out more. You might need to run for mayor. So every man that's in the city that's single come out the woodworks, like they know you. If you really want you a man, just take over your city. With your life coaching business, put your face on the bus stop bench. They ain't gonna charge them but $100 a month in a little city. So you see what I mean? Like, see, this is what I try to remind women is Ruth didn't meet Boaz sitting in the house. Ruth was in the field. Had Ruth not been out grinding in the field with her work out there active, she would have never met Boaz. But because she was out there, Boaz saw them hips swinging in the wind and say, hey, who is that? And he had to inquire within. So see, sometimes just in your city, if you going to work and coming home, you ain't even meeting every man that's in the city. But if you in the Rotary Club, the Lions Club, or whatever kind of the small business association, you start a company, you get your little office space downtown, you got the bus stop bench for 6 months for $600. Now, every man that's in that city that's worth something, now they done seen you. Your husband may come to you just for you being in the field working. I missed another one of the little chats. Kiana, God bless you. I'm trying to see. Okay, I think I caught up. I'm trying to answer the questions in the actual chat, but then people keep, when y'all send these here colorful ones with the blessing, it kind of, I try to catch it before it disappear. So y'all in the chat, this is a free Q&A now. Y'all understand that you don't have to pay to ask a question, but you know how some people is, they gonna skip the line at the club if they can. Dudu, I'm gonna call you Dudu. Man on here got me trying to call him daddy, yo. We weren't in a relationship. Wanted to get my basics together. True. More success in business. Gave a big head. New woman won't settle. Intrigues me. Thank you. Well, if you weren't in a relationship, and now that's the one loophole that y'all youngins be leaving, is y'all be with the woman, talking to the woman feel like y'all in a relationship, but because you never said, will you be my girlfriend, you technically was single. So, and if that's the case, then yeah, you out dating, you dating around. And the fact that you was honest, I respect that. And the fact that you on here paying to ask a question as a young man, I respect that, because I think this is the first time I've ever seen something like that. The first time I've ever seen a young man, or a man period, send a financial gift to me to ask a question. So that's, to me, speaks to your character, and just you 22, so you kind of don't know what you want, really don't know what a wife look like. But see, this is the thing. If you don't know what a wife look like, if you don't know what you want, then you have to continue to make that clear to a woman out the gate. Let her know, like, listen, I'm just kind of dating around. I don't really know what a wife looks like or what I'm looking for. I feel like maybe I'll know her when I see her. So I don't want you to get your hopes up. I ain't getting my hopes up. I'm just meeting people. Like, be as transparent as possible. Since you on here and you seeking knowledge, sometimes women tell me, Tony, talk to the man, talk to the man. You're talking to a man like talking to the wall, unless he coming to seek knowledge. So be open and transparent with a woman when you meet her. And if you meet her and she don't intrigue you, you say the new woman intrigue you because she won't settle. Now, that don't necessarily mean she a better woman, because some women, they just done been dogged out so many times. They done been around so many times, they learn how to play the game. Sometimes the worst women play the game the best. The worst women a lot of times be the most intriguing, because they got a Jezebel spirit. They got a Black Widow spirit. They know how to play the game. A lot of times it's the good women who may be shy and socially awkward and may not really know her way around a man, or how to really talk to a man, because she's so innocent and pure. But a woman who done been out there and done been touched quite a few times, or done been around, a lot of times them women, they know exactly what to say. They got a silver tongue. And what come off their lips is like in the book of Proverbs. Read the book of Proverbs, young man. Read the book of Proverbs. When I read the book of Proverbs, whoo, that thing say that woman sits and waits to snatch up a man and take him in the house and do everything under the sun with him and rob him. Like the rapper lady out of New York say she used to do her men when she was scripting. Say she used to get them in and put something in that drink and give them a little slip of slop, and take all that cash out their pocket and get out of Dodge. That same action that woman says she used to do in New York is what the Bible talk about in the book of Proverbs. That the woman sit out there waiting to sift her one. So see, you got to realize that. Now here go Miss T72. Oh, that's me, Tony. I'm sorry. Miss T, we ask you. I'm just playing with you. I'm playing with you. Amber Washington, God bless you. He's 35. I'm 34. 6 months. Longest he's ever waited. He broke up because of lack of but tried taking it back hours later. He contacts me daily and wants to see me without speaking to a coach. Advice. Well, to be honest with you, he don't need a coach. He already know what he's doing. See, what he's trying to do is he trying to push you to the edge and let you look over the cliff to see if you're going to get so scared that you turn and jump in his arms and you lean on him for everything, for dear life. You cling to him for dear life, and now he your savior. So what he trying to do by leaving you is he trying to test you to see if you really bought that life. Because a woman who playing a role, she's going to forget her act. So the women who faking abstinent, when a man say he finna leave, oh, you finna leave? You know, I was thinking, and it's just like, I realized I've been listening to the wrong people on YouTube and who just talking about this waiting. And it's not even realistic. That's not the way God made us. Yes, God said every man will fall short of the glory of God. And he who was out sin cast the first stone. And it's like, I'll be honest with you, I've been really just wanting you. And so that's what he trying to do. This a test. But the fact that when he broke up with you for a lack of and you didn't call him, chase him, begging him, no, let's talk about this. He tried to take it back hours later. And now he contact you daily because he 35, so you ain't talking about the 22-year-old. But that's what the 22-year-old say he intrigued by, because he say his new woman won't settle, and that intrigues him. 6 months, this the longest this man has ever waited. That intrigues him. So he wanna try to act tough and act like he gonna leave, but really he too intrigued because we want what's rare. As men, we want what's rare. See, me, I can't chase women because I'm married and I'm in love with my wife. But I'm gonna give you an example. I got into it with a dealership because they ran my credit too many times, and I went back in there and I switched the car out because I was buying a car for a family member. And I already had a pre-approved from my bank, and they ran my credit when they weren't supposed to. And then the car they gave me, something was wrong with it. They were supposed to just swap the VIN out because it was only like 2 weeks. You could swap the VIN in 30 days if something was defective with your car. Instead of just swapping the VIN, they treated the car like a trade-in. And then they ran my credit again to get a whole new loan from a different bank without my permission. Oh yeah. You done messed with the wrong one. So I left up out of there with a free car that is a $80,000 car. A Dodge Challenger Angel Cat. It's called HE double hockey stick cat, but I'm saved. So it's an Angel Cat, but it's called a Devil Cat. And when I got it, I didn't know much about them cars. I just knew it was 717 horsepower. And so I'm out here hitting that gas. But then I realized, oh, it's levels to this. I got the narrow body. They got a wide body. And they got the Angel Cat red eye. And then they got now they got the super stock. Guess what? Men, we want what's rare. We want what's exclusive. So when you save yourself, and every other woman he done ever been with done slept with him inside of 6 months. When you save yourself and the rest of you is put together. Now, if you looking like Who Shot John and forgot to kill him, he not going to worry about you saving yourself. He going to go on about his business. But if you looking put together, brains, brand, body, and you taking care of yourself, you put together, and you rare, he's going to be so intrigued. So what I did, I sold that car, even though it was free. I sold that car, and then I went and bought the highest level, the Dodge Challenger Superstock, one of 198 made in 2021. And instead of 717 horsepower, now I got 807 horsepower. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, I'm married. So I can't be doing that with women. But with my cars, I want exclusive. Because that's how men are. So that's why I try to tell women that when you become rare, when you become a 1% woman, you're going to attract the 1% man. When you stuck in the 99% because you listening to the city girls and you listen to Mega Stallion and Cardi B, you finna attract men who gonna cheat on you just like a lot of their boyfriends be doing because you in the 99%. But when you get to the place to where you got the strength and wisdom to do what other women don't have the boldness or the strength to do, you eventually gonna attract the man that is a 1% man because he's willing to do what other men are not willing to do. You see what I mean? So my wife is a 1% woman, and that made me become a 1% man. So as a man, I don't curse. I don't get drunk. I don't smoke. I don't masturbate. I don't watch pornography. It's going to be very hard for me to meet a man who don't do any of that. It's men that's like that, but guess what? Because every single man that I know curses, that already put me in a different class. But my wife don't curse. Every woman I know now curse, but my wife don't curse. And we don't curse because we want to be sacred, and cursing is profanity. And we Christian, and we want to be good examples for our kids, so we don't want to do nothing that our kids can't do. So if my second grader can't go in the classroom and say F you to the teacher, then I don't want to curse. Because if I do it, that condones him to do it. You see what I mean? So when you want different, you got to be different. You got to do different. See, a lot of people want to be average, but they want something that's rare. You can't get something that's rare if you average. And so that's what we have to realize in this here life. You're going to have to sacrifice if you really want something on that next level. So understand that there now. Hey, y'all start sending them paid questions, because when y'all send them paid questions, you know what I'm saying, I'm riding out on my answer. But when y'all send them paid questions, it put pressure on me that I need to go ahead and hush so I could get the next one, because I don't want none of y'all to be sending these paid questions and then, you know, you wasting your money because I miss your question. Because you sending it for an answer and not just to, you know, say God bless you. Miss P, God bless you. First name, last name, God bless you. Y'all ain't put no question in there. Mama T, thank you. Do you think, God bless you, Mama T, do you think age matters? Do you think age matters? Okay, Mama T, God, welcome, Mama T. I see this is your first day here. God bless you. We glad to have you. God bless you now, Mama T. Is it a wall for women of God? I want my girls to grow up before I date, but I will be 40 plus. Is this wise? Don't mind being solo, but want to set healthy example. I'm sorry, Mama T, this is a different kind of question. I'm thinking you about to ask me, you 24, can you date a 50-year-old man? God bless you. This is a different kind of question. I respect you on wanting to wait until your girls grow up before you date. Now, see, listen to me. It's one thing to date, and it's one thing to bring men around your kid. So, see, you could have your auntie, your mama, your best friend come over to your house on a Friday night and watch your girls, and you go on a date with a man that you met when you was out and about by yourself. And you could talk to that man for a year to thoroughly vet him and get to see who he is, and that he's a man of valor, of character. And now you really know him and you feel good with him. And then when he asks you to marry him, Now you got a whole nother year to 2 years before you marry him. So you got 3 years to build with a man without him being in your daughter's life. Because all y'all could talk an hour a day when your daughters go to sleep, and then y'all could go on a date once every week on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever day you could get a babysitter. Not somebody off care.com, a friend and family member that you know, love, and trust. Particularly a woman who likes men. So that way, you know your girls are, because a lot goes on in the household, as we know. And so this is a woman that you know, love, and trust. Inside, not top to bottom, you can't fathom for anything in your life that she would ever do something. And even though you know, love, and trust her, you still got the nanny cams in there. Now, see, this is a way that you could date without introducing a man to your daughters and having him in your life. And if he rushing you about marriage, that's when you know it's a red flag. That's when you might have you a pedo, because he know you got daughters. He find out you got daughters. He could know about your daughters. He could see a picture of your daughters. Y'all could talk about your daughters, but he don't have to meet them and know them and be in their life if you want to date before you 40 plus. Now, waiting until 40 plus to date, it does change the dating pool, because you either gonna get a man who is over 40 and never been married, which could be somewhat of a red flag. In most cases, there are exceptions to the rule where it's not a red flag, because he's been grinding and he's like a high level executive or surgeon or something that took a lot of time to get to where he's at. Or you're gonna meet men who have kids already like you, but they could have younger kids, and your girl's grown, and now you got a man, he 45, but he got a 5-year-old. So now you got to be stepmama for the next 13 years at least. And so you're gonna have that, or you're gonna have men who they done been divorced. They done been divorced and all of that. So the dating pool does change over 40, which our 46 and up Zoom class is Monday night. You can sign up on TonyGassisAcademy.com for the 46 and up now. So understand that though. Nicole Watley, you might have to look at it from your computer. If you don't see the change, if you're in the Blessed Tribe and you want to join the Blessed Business Tribe, you might have to do it from a different browser or like from a computer if it ain't showing you on the phone. And if you're on the computer, you may have to change your browser or go to the phone. Can you explain why you say men who are mama's boys will never change if they grew up without a dad and a mother who enabled and spoiled them? Starfish, God bless you now. I mean, the Bible say, train him up in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So what that's telling you is how a man is raised, he's not going to depart from how he was raised. The values he got, even if he goes away from it, he going to come back to it, good or bad. So if a man is a mama's boy, he's going to forever be a mama's boy. And the only thing that may change is if his mama passes away. But sometimes that still don't change a man, because he still hold on to the memories of his mama. He compare every woman to his mama, but now he comparing this woman to an inflated ideal of his mama. He making his mama more, he make his mama better than she actually was, and he didn't know his mama romantically, but he comparing women that he's getting to know romantically to his mama, who he had a totally different type of relationship with, because he's a son and not her husband. And so that's why it's hard for a mama's boy to change, because of the comparison. Ashleen Barrett, God bless you. Quick question. I have a YouTube channel and I'd like your input to see if my messages are coming across appropriately. Where do I go to set that up if possible? The only way you could do that right now is if you're in the growth group. The growth group mastermind, you'll see it on my TonyGassisAcademy.com. So on there, it still take me some time in there, because we have, over 100 members. But in there, we got a Slack group chat, and you could message me directly, and I try to get in there, and then we have monthly Zoom calls. So it's called a growth group, and they done started them a Bible study off on the side. You know, they connecting and building on their own. We need some men in there. We need some men in there, because it's like, listen, that thing get a little tough on me. Need some men in there. Courtney, God bless you. Why would a man be in and out of the relationship? And again, that's on TonyGasselsAcademy.com to sign up. Why would a man be in and out? Because I'm not doing one-on-one sessions right now. So the only way you really could reach me one-on-one right now is through the growth group. Why would a man be in and out of the relationship for 7 years, but never with anyone else during the separation? We're both 24. God bless you, Courtney. Who told you? That's what he told you? You believe that? Have he slept with you? If he done slept with you, he done slept somewhere else. So don't go to believe in that now. Don't hold your breath on that right there now, sister. Yeah, 7 years in and out. What you think he doing when he out? When he in and out, when he out, he in something else. Cause if he ain't in nothing else, ain't no reason to be out. You see what I mean? If he ain't in nothing else, he ain't gonna be out of the relationship. He gonna be there. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all got to. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? If a man know how to ride a bicycle, if you take his bike, he gonna buy another bicycle. You see what I'm saying? Or he gonna steal somebody else's bicycle, but he still gonna know how to ride. If he know how to ride a bicycle, he not finna settle for walking just because you took his bike. No, he gonna go get him another bicycle. So if he done slept with you and you not sleeping with him, unless he walking with the Lord Jesus Christ, he's sleeping with somebody else. And if he walking with the Lord Jesus Christ, then he not gonna be running in and out your life, because he know that ain't of God to be playing with your emotions. Guy at work seems interested. I let him approach me to introduce himself, and he did. Both 27, 28. He hasn't shot his shot as yet, but always polite. How to show I'm interested? Is he in a relationship? He probably taken. He probably in a relationship, and just your beauty, style, whatever, aura got the best of him, and he had a weak moment, and he needed to just make your acquaintance to kind of curb his lust, his desire, and you kind of like a little work thrill, a little work wife. But if a man like you and he's single and he available, he gonna hop right on that. Hey y'all, I got to go in 13 minutes now. Got to go in 13 minutes now. I can't try not to be on here all night now. Come on now, be on all night now. Some people be doing lives 4 and 5 hours. I'm like, well, I don't know how y'all do that, but my goodness, 4 and 5 hours. God bless you. Doggone light getting my eye now. Nothing in my eye. Y'all hold on. I thought something flew in my eye. Ain't nothing in my eye. Ain't nothing in my eye. 45 with adult daughters and attract younger men while out with them. They say, Mom, you look our age. It's fine. I say, these young men won't. Ashton Kutcher, me. Attended 36 to 45 love life chat. Stay in this range. Yep, with a man, you wanna be no more. Ideally, you don't want to deal with a man no more than 3 years younger than you, and then no more than 5 years older than you. That's the ideal, because women mature faster than men. So a woman's maturity level typically is equivalent to a man 5 years older than her. But a man's maturity level is typically not on the level of women his age, let alone a woman that's older than him. So the older you get than the man, the less mature he's going to be, the less compatible y'all are going to be, unless you immature too. But if you mature, which if you on here growing like this, that let me know you mature. Mr. Gasson, you skipped my question. Miss Paris, was it one of the ones, a colorful one? Cause if it wasn't one of the colorful ones, then I skipped a whole lot of the ones in the chat because they just coming so fast. But I seen that I skipped your question. So had you pasted your question right there, I would have seen it. Ulissa says that I don't appreciate nothing he does for me because of my nonchalant attitude I give off. I don't mean to be like this. What's a different way I can show appreciation? Well, I mean, here's the thing. You got to ask yourself, when he does something for you, do you say, wow, thank you. I really appreciate that. That was so nice. You didn't have to do that. That was so nice. That's what you need to say right there. Get that script, rewind that, get that script. That's what you need to say. If he wants you to say more than that, then he doing too much. He want too much. He asking for too much. He wants you to be Simone Biles through the house doing cartwheels and bike flips because he did a little something. It's like, listen, man, you doing what you supposed to be doing. Like, what you want? A cookie? What you want? A trophy for doing something nice for a woman? Thank you, Tony. You are a blessing always. God be with you and your family. Hey, God bless you. Y'all, I got about 9 more minutes now. Time for me to go. So many questions. Love your content. I've matured through your talks and finally just growing up. God bless you. What is the best way to deal/break generational curses? You know, that's a hard work. That's a lot that got to be done. And to be honest with you, you can do it. But you have to be so mindful about it. And you got to get to a place to where you look at what your mama did, what your daddy did, what your family did, and you identify those things. You could even write it down and study it and try to get to the root of it so that when you see it in you, now you know what the opposite action is. So let me tell you, my family broke. You know, my family broke. My family struggled. You know, they worked all these years and they spent every dime they made. And instead of just taking just a dime of every dollar and putting it into an account and letting it sit there and letting it grow so that when they retire, they have a dime of every dollar. So if they worked 10 years and made $30,000, that's $300,000. You work 20 years, 30 years, that's $900,000. Had they just took a dime, they would have had $90,000 sitting in an account when they retired. They didn't have that. So what I had to do is learn from that. So every single week that I get paid, I send something to an account to where it's invested in stocks spread out evenly through a robo investor, not a financial advisor, because they gonna end up stealing your money or charging you too much. But I use betterment.com. FDIC insured. I use betterment.com, and every week I send money to that. And I choose my stock split where I have 90% stock, 10% bonds, or I may change it to 80% stocks, 20% bonds, and I choose their core investment strategy that they recommend based on all of their years of study. And I see the money growing. And I put the money in there and it don't stay where it's at, it grows. So that's what I did to break a generational curse. You have to look at what your family did and make sure you doing the opposite. So now if I hit hard times or if I on an emergency, I got me a little safe pot of money that I could go to and I could tap into if I need to. I have an invention I can't afford to get up and running. Should I get an investor? I know this will be a big deal. Okay, Miss Paris, thank you for posting that question. I ain't even know that was you, but I seen the thing. I think what you first need to do before you can afford it, you probably need to talk with a coach, talk with a business coach. You also have to realize that it's almost no original ideas today. And so Google, and see if what you creating exists. I have clients come to me with an invention, and then we get on Google, and it already exists out there. It don't mean you can't still create it because it ain't just one person selling hamburgers. You got McDonald's, you got Burger King, you got Wendy's, you got Checkers, Rallies, Hardee's. Everybody selling hamburgers. So you still can invent what you want to invent. It don't mean ain't nobody else gonna copy the invention. And then also you have to think about how can you make the smallest version of it to despise not small beginnings and then build from there. They only got 20% more battery left, so that's a good thing. I'll be leaving it. CC Alexandra, God bless you now. Now I was scrolling up through here and realized I missed that one question, and I apologize about that now. Peace and look at here, look at the devil working. So that's like a little light bug or something. Y'all gotta forgive him. I live right in the middle of the woods. So anytime I open the door to get some mail, some slip right on in here. Sometimes it's a lizard running his butt in here. Y'all gotta forgive me. And then the devil get on into the thing to distract me. If I meet a guy organically, how can I find out if he's also dating others and or if he's online dating? Are men rarely ever 100% single? Men are rarely 100% single, meaning only dating one woman at a time, especially in the beginning stages. But here's the thing, you never should care about who else a man is dating. Because when you care about who else a man is dating, what I mean is, I'm not saying condone him dating someone else if you're dating him, like if you get exclusive with him, if you get in a relationship with him. But when you meet him, he's still a free agent. You are still a free agent. So if you get caught up worrying about who he's talking to, then what that does to you is you lose your aura, because now you're operating from insecurity and you're operating from worry and you're operating from fear. But if you just confident in who you are and you able to just strut your stuff and you like, listen, if he bump into anybody else, she got to come with it, cause I'm on it. I'm up. So she got to be stepping in the name of love for her to be better than me. So you just have to have your confidence, and you can't even ask him about another woman, because if he is talking to another woman, his attention span, his consistency, those things gonna lack, and you're gonna know. Hey, I got 3 more minutes. Hey, Tony. Well, let me see. Samantha Suarez, God bless you now. Hey, Tony, is it wise to be back with your ex for the sake of the kids? Ex seems to have done the work. Well, he seemed to have done the work, but you know your ex. Is he the type to really do work, or is he the type to fake like he do work? You know your ex, and you done had kids from him, so you know your ex. So listen to your intuition and what your intuition is telling you. If you truly believe he done your work, then it's okay to be back with him if you want him. Because you can't be with him for the kids. Because if you with him for the kids and you not happy and you miserable, now you become 50% of who you are. And so now, instead of y'all being 100, y'all 150. And the kids looking at you like, man, why my mama walking around like a zombie? Why my mama looking like who shot John and forgot to kill him? Why my mama looking broke, busted, and disgusted, tore up from the floor up? And then he looking and they your kids is like, wow. Virginia, now listen, instead of y'all asking me, can you get my question, just post your question again. See, I see where you said, can you get my question? Had you posted your question right there, I would have seen your question. So now you see it's 1 million questions in here now, Virginia. Just post your question again right here while it's going slow, so now I could see it. Now see, listen to me. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When you're not called to this right here, and you serving people and you reading questions. Most people who do live, they talk at you. They just talking. They not paying attention to no chat and answering questions. On my end, these question is this big. I really need a magnifying glass. And then it's 1,000 questions coming in here, and I'm one person. So y'all got to understand that now. Y'all can't be sitting over there. You missed my question. Now see, listen, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When you're not called to this, doing this right here make you snap. That's why you be seeing these podcasters going off and cussing women out and calling them all kind of names because they not called to this. When God call you to this, he gonna give you a level of patience so that you could do the work. But see, when the devil sends you to be a distraction to the people, you're not gonna have the patience to deal with humans, and you're gonna be cussing people out, calling them out their name, calling them all kind of everything. You see what I'm saying? Samantha Warrior, God bless you. Tony, I'm a Hispanic woman from Cali, and I've been listening for over a year. Thank you for all you do. God bless. So Samantha, she trying to let me know, Tony, you ain't just got black women. So you need to Tony, stop coming on here just having a message strictly for the black women, because you got the Hispanics out here listening to you too. God bless you, sister. I know you out there now. God bless you. Now listen, because I did some messages for black women and I talked directly to black women, it's like I done lost all the white women that used to be on the channel. All the little white women that I used to see regular, I don't see them no more. Now I just see the black women. And then we got us a Hispanic. God bless you. Now I want y'all to know, I ain't racist, I ain't prejudiced. It just sometimes certain things got to be to certain people. You know, and I don't know nothing about nobody else's race, because I just know the race I grew up in. 50 Mom, God bless you now. Satchel Lewis, new member. God bless you. So 50 Mom, I think this is the same lady who she like to, if she see your question getting overlooked, she spend her hard-earned money to ask your question for you. God bless the sister. Baby daddy and I still living together, act like we're together, sleeping in the same bed, still talking to other women behind my back, leave for good, and did he never love me? Now, Fitness Mom, you could have left that question in the chat. Yeah, y'all need to stop living together, and y'all at least need to stop sleeping together. And yes, you need to leave for good. Because see, if he talking to other women, he dealing with other women, then what's gonna happen, he gonna pick up something out there and he gonna bring it home, and one of them nights while you weak in your spirit and he roll over there and go to rubbing on you, and you let him go ahead and do a little something, then you finna be carrying something he done picked up out them streets. So you got to be careful with that. Now let me find, cause it was a sister who, she said I missed her question, and then she posted again. But see, it's too many coming in here, so I got to scroll forever. Yeah, I was looking for that question. I kind of almost remember her face a little bit. It's just hard to see. Now let me see now what a sister that I missed a question. Clara Delpnum, God bless you now. Keep on keeping on. God bless you now. God bless you now. That sister there, she dug deep and sent me a blessing now. God bless you now. You ain't have to do that now. True love never dies. Dated in our 20s and still have strong love in our mid 50s. Second chances. Sis, I don't think that's true love. Because true love ain't going to let you walk around this earth for 30 years and not be up under you. True love ain't going to let you get away. And true love definitely ain't going to let you get away for 30 years. See, what happened is, y'all broke up. He went out there like the prodigal son, did his thing. Sold his wild oats. Never grew, never changed. and then bumped into you, still the same man he was at 20. That's why he's single. See, as a woman, the man proposed to you. So you could be single because you have not met the right one. But for men, it's a plethora of women that could be the right one. It's a whole, because a woman is created for love. It's honestly not that hard for a man to find a good woman, because women are created for love. And they're conditioned by society to be the backbone of a household, the CEO of a household, to be a good wife. Even society and even mothers try to teach their daughters how to be a good wife. And so it's different for a woman and a man. So when a man done been out here roaming around, he come back at 50 after he done let you walk free for 30 years, you can't call that true love, sister. So don't just, because he bored and, and you available, don't just think that's true love now. Now, you could get a little test now. Keep your legs closed and have your timeline. 3 months, 6 months, test it out, see how it goes. Every 3 months, extend it another month, but you keep watching it. By the 12-month mark, between the 12 and 18-month mark, you should know if this is real or not. Fitness mom, God bless you now. Here is a question you were looking for. Okay, Virginia Spike. I thought that's who it was, but then I saw it was deleted, so I ain't get to see it. IG crush and I chatted 2 months. Hey, this is my last question now, cause my phone dying. I ain't got no charge in here. IG crush and I chatted for 2 months. Deep convo all the time. Opens up. Says he's interested but wants to heal. Can't stop thinking of him. Move on. Yeah, sister, go on about your business. Go on about your business, sister. That's a tough one right there, and I know that hurt. That hurt. But see, this is the thing what y'all have to understand about men. Is men love to put up shots in the gym. Men love to go to the range and let something go. Men love to do burnouts and donuts. So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes a man is just talking to you for practice. Sometimes he's just talking to you for a distraction. So the thing that women have to do different is you got to stop fantasizing about the man in between y'all's conversations. So what women do is women talk to a man for an hour, but then think about him for the next 23 hours until she talked to him again for another hour. So giving him rent-free space in your head for any period of time, every hour of the day, other than when you're sleeping, and then a lot of times you go to sleep and dream about him. So now he has credit for 24 hours a day, but he actually only gave you 30 minutes to an hour. So that fantasy, hey, no more questions now. This is my last question. That fantasy now makes you fall for him, but he only give you the time when he talking directly to you. See, when a man not talking to a woman, we not thinking about her. We on our video game. We fixing our old school car. We working on our land. We grinding on our job. We doing other things. Women, again, romanticize, fantasize, and give a man all of this brain space when he's not even there. And that's why a lot of women fall in love with men who call them every other day. Because on the day that the man not calling, the woman still thinking about him the whole day. So what women have to do is stop getting your hopes up and let the man prove his love beyond the shadow of a doubt. So the more consistent he is and the more time he give you, he knocking down them walls. He getting past them barriers. He don't know that you have barriers up. He don't know that you not really. So you literally have to tell yourself, this don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. Yeah, this don't mean nothing. Oh yeah, that's so sweet. This don't mean nothing. This don't mean nothing. Yeah. This don't mean nothing. That's how you got to do. That's how you got to do. to condition your mind. Do not get your hopes up. But when he go the distance, it's a marathon, not a sprint. When he go the distance, when he's still consistent, 9 months in, 12 months in, he's still consistent. He's still taking you on a date every week. He calling you every day. He trying to see you as much as possible. And y'all at the 12-month mark, and he's still treating you with respect. He not cursing you out. He not talking down to you. He not controlling. He not insecure. Then you like, oh, okay, this real. But see what happened too, by you telling yourself that, what you doing is you reverting your nature so that you don't be so open to him, so that it makes him even work harder, because he see that you not just spread eagle willy-nilly. And so when you can understand that, then he working more. But see what happened is, men, us being hunters, us being go-getters, us being like that, when a woman is too easy, we lose interest. When a woman is too open, we'll lose interest, because it's like, okay, game over. Like the gift already unwrapped. We want the gift to where you got to go get a pack of scissors, you got to get the box thing, you got to really pull it, got duct tape on there. Like we really want to have a gift, we really got to unwrap. But when it come too easy, we like, okay, we done. You see what I'm saying? And y'all understand this. The reason why I express from the male perspective is to bridge the gap, so that we can have better dialogue and communication, because most daddies don't talk. Most brothers don't talk because we so caught up living the game and playing the game. We don't get time to break the game down to our sister because we playing it. We don't get the time to break the game down to our daughter because we playing it. And I don't think I answered that question earlier when somebody asked me, if a man played the game, why he don't tell his daughter about the game so she don't got to go through it. And the reason being is because daddy don't want to take his cape off. Because if daddy give a game to his daughter gonna be like, oh, so that what you did to mama? You know what, Dad, here go your toy that you gave me. I think this toy got cooties on it. You did, the men do that? Oh, that's what you do? And a daddy don't want to lose his daughter affection and admiration and love, because that's the purest form of love. See, with the baby mama, with the wife, with the girlfriend, he arguing with her. They tug of war, they love and war. It's bittersweet love. But with that daughter, it's a pure admiration from his daughter. So if he go to giving his daughter the whole game, he fears that she gonna look at him sideways and wonder, so now you done took your cape off, Superman, and you got kryptonite. Now what he don't realize is that she still will give him the benefit of the doubt, the same way her mama gave him the benefit of the doubt all the time he was cheating on her. He still don't realize his daughter going, it's women come to me. My dad was married 40 years to my mom and never once cheated. Oh, that's what you think? Okay. Well, congratulations, sister. I'm glad your dad was just that amazing, that he's that guy. Okay, congratulations. All right. And I really be like, okay, was you with your daddy 24 hours a day? Before you were born, was you with your daddy? Like, you ain't see your daddy 24 hours a day. You don't know what your daddy did. Your daddy could. I used to work in the group home, and there was a man who was married, and he be in the group home hunching his co-worker on the top of the washing machine with the washing machine running. So she getting a little vibration from that washing machine, and she getting that vibration and penetration. And he married. So now his daughter think her daddy ain't never cheated. He cheating at work. He cheating at work. You don't know what your daddy did. You don't know what your daddy did. But see, a lot of men don't tell their daughter the game because they fear their daughter gonna look at them funny, not realizing the daughter just gonna appreciate it, and the daughter gonna be like, every man do this but my daddy. Every man capable of doing this but my daddy. They don't even realize that that's how the daughter gonna look at it. So fathers not talking to their daughters because the daddy's so caught up playing the game on the baby mama, or on the wife, or on the side chick. And so that's the reason why we got to have more men who stop playing games and start being real and start being authentic and start being examples and stop trying to take advantage of women, lie to women, cheat on women, suppress women, and start building with a woman, so that as you building with a woman, your kids could see what building look like. A lot of men talking about we need to organize and mobilize, but then cheating on their woman. So it's like how you need to organize, mobilize, centralize, globalize, and you cheating on your woman. You see what I'm saying? The best example you could do for your kids is show them how you come together and you work and you build. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless y'all. Appreciate y'all to the moderators. Thank you so much for your support on here. I really appreciate you. God bless you. Cause they work for free and they not in my organization like in my company with no 401k and health insurance. They come on here and just serve and help me, navigate this here thing, and I really appreciate you. And the only people who could comment on here is members of the Blessed Tribe. And I do that because I'm not emotionally intelligent to the point to where I could deal with haters in my comments, because the Lord's still working on me. So I talk on love and relationships, but the Lord's still working on me in other areas. So if a hater come out the mouth the wrong way with me, I might be to grab their name, find their address, and have somebody visit them. So that's why I keep this with just people who I know are here to grow and to learn, and I don't have to deal with trolls, because I'm the type of person I lose some time. So I lose my freedom over a troll. And so the Lord working with me on that right there. So I want to share that in transparency. That's why I keep this here chat closed. And a man tried me one time and got slapped in the mouth, and then he realized, oh, he wasn't just rapping for the camera. No, man, I don't play about that. I don't play about that disrespect now. I'm doing the Lord's work. Okay. So I appreciate y'all for being in the Blessed Tribe, and for those of you in the Blessed Business Tribe, and for those of you in the Growth Group, especially too, because that's an outside group, where we connect, and we got our call coming up. So y'all stay tuned. I'm posted in the group chat on Slack. And for everything you need, everything I do, I teach it on TonyGassonAcademy.com, like the in-depth stuff. But this right here, I'm gonna hit surface level and I'm gonna go in a little bit, but it's the entrepreneurship, the business knowledge, to become a life coach, become a speaker, become an author, all that on TonyGassonAcademy.com. The growth group is on TonyGassonAcademy.com. Tracy Ann Jackson, God bless you. Say she loved the growth group. God bless you. It's a mastermind group. It's on TonyGassonAcademy.com now. So God bless y'all. We'll talk soon. I'm going ahead and bother my wife.